My key didn't work. Stood there on my own porch trying it 4 or 5 times, handshaking, thinking maybe I grabbed the wrong key. They changed the locks on the house I signed over to my daughter 8 months ago. Let me back up. 8 months ago, my lawyer said signing the house over to Sarah was smart. Estate planning, avoid probate, made sense. Sarah came over that Wednesday, had all these papers printed out. Kyle was with her, her husband, kept checking his phone. That thing buzzed 4 times, and he smiled each time. She talked about protecting assets, Medicaid, nursing homes. I looked at her sitting there, and I saw her at 7 years old. That chair she'd sit there doing homework, getting upset over fractions. So I signed. 6 weeks later, Sarah calls. Says I need to move out temporarily. Foundation work. Structural issues. I stayed with my brother in Phoenix. Sarah sent updates, photos of work crews, receipts. Turns out those were stock images. When I called to say I was coming back early, she didn't pick up. Texted asking for 2 more weeks. 2 weeks turned into 4. Then the updates stopped. I drove back without telling her. Pulled up, and there's a silver Lexus in the driveway. New mulch. Those expensive cypress trees I'd priced out and decided were too much. Walked up to the door. That's when my key didn't work. My hand shakes when I get stressed. Finally knocked. Music playing inside. Loud. Kyle answers. Holding wine. 2 in the afternoon. Just looked at me like I was interrupting. Told me it was Sarah's house now. Said it with this patient smile. Sarah appeared behind him. Wanted to go get coffee. I didn't go. Motel. Smelled like old cigarettes. Couldn't sleep. 2 days later, letter from First National Bank. My house, Sarah's house, used as collateral for a business loan. $73,000. Words like default and foreclosure proceedings. I went to the bank. Loan officer pulled up the account. Online trading, cryptocurrency. Kyle's name as primary. They'd maxed out every card. Borrowed from Kyle's brother. This was the only asset left. Kyle told Sarah it was a sure thing. Quick profit. Significant losses. Kyle had gambled my house and lost. I asked if Sarah knew how bad it was. She gave me this look, pity mixed with can't help you. Said both parties signed the paperwork. But knowing Kyle signed it and knowing what Kyle told her, those aren't the same thing. Then my phone rings. A notary. Says Sarah found a buyer for the house. Cash offer. Above market. Wants to close fast. But there's a problem. The buyer's lawyer wants a clean title. Since I lived there 32 years, they want me to sign an affidavit. Legal document saying I have no interest in the property. Without it, the buyer walks. Too much risk of me suing later. If I don't sign, the sale falls through. Bank forecloses. Auctions the house for 60 cents on the dollar. Sarah still owes the difference. Ruins her credit. If I do sign, house sells, loan gets paid. She walks away with maybe $10,000–15,000. They needed my signature. That night, Sarah called. Said she needed me to sign. Please. The buyer's serious but won't wait. If I don't sign by Friday, they move on. I asked what happens to the money. She didn't answer right away. Then she said they need it. First, last, deposit on a new place. Kyle's gonna get a real job. I asked if she meant we or Kyle. Quiet on the other end for a bit. Then she said Kyle made a mistake, but they're in this together. She's his wife. And she's my daughter, I said. She knows. But right now, she just needs me to sign. Her voice cracked on that last part. In the background, Kyle's voice, asking if I was gonna do it or not. I told her to put him on. He tried to sound reasonable. Said this is the best outcome for everyone. Sarah gets out from under the debt. I asked what he gets. He went quiet. Then said they're married. What's good for her is good for him. I told him he gambled away my house. He said the market shifted. You know how it is. But now there's a chance to make it right. Help Sarah. Be the bigger person. I said I'd think about it. He started saying they needed an answer by. I hung up. It's been 4 days. I haven't signed. I'm staying at my brother's. If I sign, the house sells. Sarah gets out. Kyle walks away with cash for another scheme. I get nothing. If I don't sign, foreclosure. Sarah loses everything and still owes the bank. Credit destroyed for years, all because Kyle needed to feel like a big shot. She didn't do this, he did. But she chose him, keeps choosing him. Part of me wants to sign, just to stop this, so she doesn't suffer for his mistakes. But if I sign, Kyle learns he can get away with it. Use people, burn it all, then wait for someone else to fix it. Won't fix anything, house is gone either way. She'll probably hate me. And watching her lose everything, that might hurt worse than the house. Could be I'm wrong about all this. Ooh, but I'm not signing. What he did, I can't say it's okay. And it's not. Coffee went cold an hour ago.